from Las Vegas, the entertainment, music, and sports capital of the world, it's the JJ and Johnny Show.
Capital of the world. Hello, everybody. It is 12:05. We're 5 minutes late. Sorry about that. Welcome to JJ and Johnny. Wait a second. Where's Johnny?
It looks like it's just the JJ show.
It does! Finally! Oh, my God. Finally. This is great. Thank you all for joining us, whether you're on John's channel or on the JJ and Johnny show. We're just so glad you're here with us. Producer Cass is holding it down with me because John is, well, where is John, Cass? You tell us. You're his keeper.
John is in Colorado for a Speakers Association event.
That sounds great. So John's been sitting in a ballroom listening to speakers for about, 72 hours. But he might join us in a few minutes. We've actually texted him the link. So great to have you guys all here. So I see in the chat already that people are excited that John might be Austin Powers today because our thumbnail from the show today had us out on the strip at night in front of a beautiful car with the Double Time twins. And we were at a event celebrating one of our friends, a mentalist, getting a star on Las Vegas Boulevard. So that's what that picture is from this week. John was out there. He was asked to come out as Austin Powers. And I will tell you, it was hot. And there was a lot of people crowded around to watch this whole thing go down. And Cassie, you know how it is, how like you're out somewhere and maybe there's an area roped off and there's cameras. The moment you have cameras and a bunch of people, there we are, you draw more of a crowd because people just start to go, there's cameras, what's going on here?
Right, exactly. They want to see what's going on.
That's what was going on. So anyway, so Cass, how are you doing this week? What's going on, my friend?
I'm doing so well. It's been a low-key week. It doesn't feel as hot outside, thank God. But you know what? It's been a good week. I saw Deadpool on Sunday. That was
really
great. I enjoyed it. They do a great job at breaking the fourth wall. And it's just, it hasn't been a Deadpool movie out for a while, so that was pretty cool.
Fun. A lot of people are going to that right now. Was the theater full?
Oh yeah, it was. Even just a few days after release, and I think as far as I know, that movie is the 5th top grossing movie of all time.
Already?
Yeah. Already.
No kidding.
Insane.
Wow.
Insane.
So
yeah, it's pretty good. It was great. Other than that, it's been a very, very chill week.
Did you popcorn? Do you popcorn at movies or what do you do?
I do usually popcorn at movies. I like having a popcorn and a Sprite. But we went to a family event before that and ate up a bunch of food. So I was like, hey, I got to pass on the popcorn this time.
Yeah.
I got to pass on it.
Yeah, I do love popcorn. I usually finish about half of it and then I carry it out of the theater because I can't stand the idea of wasting popcorn.
Oh my God.
That's how much I love popcorn.
Yep, same here.
Yep. And I know that there are a lot of people watching right now who saw, we had food critic Al Mancini on the show. He also loves popcorn, and we just heard from Al that he's gonna come back on the show. He had shared the top 2 pizza joints here in Las Vegas. And he's going to come back and give you a lot more recommendations because a lot of people loved his content. So we were happy to have him on the show. And like we do every week right now, we're going to play Vegas Fact or Fiction. And this time, producer Cass is going to play with me. We have a special guest on the show today. I am so excited, and you should be too if you like beautiful women, because this gal is a good friend of John and I's. She just opened her show last night. She actually did a 6:30 show last night and an 11 o'clock, and she's going to join us here in just a few minutes from her house with her dogs. Her name is Jennifer Romas, and I tell you, Google this girl. She's incredible. She's a choreographer, dancer, all-around performer, producer, great personality, and we adore her, and we can't wait to have her on the show. In the theme of burlesque dancing, I have a Vegas Fact or Fiction question for you, all watching, and for you, Cass. You ready?
All right, I'm so ready.
In what year in Las Vegas did the first topless show premiere? live on the Strip. And what was the name of the show?
What year?
Anyone know out there?
Let's give them some time
Let's
to see
go.
if anybody knows.
That's right. No, we don't have any.
Nothing.
Do you want to guess? We don't have anyone guessing.
I don't think I can guess the name of the show, but I'm gonna throw out a year.
Okay.
I really feel like 73. It's yelling at me. 73 is yelling at me.
73 is a fine year, so I love that you chose that because there's a lot going on. I think Sonny and Cher were like in their heyday. It's a little before that. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Okay, in 1957, a show called Minsky's Follies premiered at the Dunes, and it was a scandal, quite frankly, because it was the first topless show in Vegas.
Wow.
There you go. Minsky's Follies. Look it up.
Minsky's Follies. Bill
Yeah.
D thought 39.
Oh, in 1939. No, I think they were still a little more conservative back then. But that was just after the dam got put in, which was a big boom to the population of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
There's only a couple hundred people, I think, before, or maybe modestly a few thousand. But then when they built the dam here, it brought thousands of people into town that stayed. So,
Wow.
what do you got? What's your Vegas fact or fiction?
All right. Before I throw out my fact or fiction, I do want to give a shout out to the studio we are live from today from Skill Money Games. Thank you for having us.
Skill Money Games.
And I do wish that I made mine on theme, and I definitely did not do that. But I'm going to
That's
ask
okay.
you anyway.
We'll take it.
All right, JJ, fact or fiction? The MGM Grand's bronze lion weighs 75,000 pounds. Is that true or false?
Wow, that's a good-looking lion, by the way. It is a theme
is.
throughout Las Vegas to have lions either in front of your property or in front of your home. I know it's also an Italian-American thing. 75,000 pounds?
True or false?
I mean, if it's not that, it's even more than that. But I'll say yes, that is true.
Fiction. It's 90,000 pounds, 45 tons, and it's the largest bronze statue in the United States.
That is the largest bronze statue in the United States?
Yep.
Who knew that?
Not me.
That's
I knew
amazing.
it an hour ago.
Now I want to find out how did they get it here?
Oh my God. Like, for a bronze statue, do you make it in place? Do you have to transport it? Oh
Right.
my God. I have no idea.
We need to find out about that.
For sure.
So, have you ever been to a strip club?
No. You know what? I want to, though. I want the experience of it.
Yeah. I've been to a few. I don't care for it when it's like super transactional. Like I always feel
Right.
like I shouldn't be watching someone get a lap dance. Like I'm walking in on someone doing something really private.
Yeah.
But there's this whole other level of clubs here in Las Vegas that are still sort of like burlesque dance clubs, but they're a little more kind of like women friendly and but still super sexy and just feature women dancing. And that's a little bit like what our next guest is doing, performing at Centerfolds showroom. Are we ready to bring in our guest, Cass?
Oh my gosh, I'm so ready. Let's get her connected. I love the art of these shows and just gorgeous. So let's see. We'll get her connected here.
Bringing her in. Here
Let's
she
bring
comes.
Jennifer Romas.
Romas. We are connecting. There she is. Hi, sweetie. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you guys? Good morning.
So good. Hi there.
Or good
Oh my-
afternoon.
Well, good afternoon. Last night, Jen opened her new show, Exxcite the Show, at Centerfolds showroom. It was a great show. I was at the first one. Congrats. It's
Thank
so
you.
amazing to have you on stage.
Thank you. And it was honestly an honor to have you in the audience. So thank you for taking the time to come. So we had a good time last night. I'm very thankful and blessed.
Oh, yeah. It was let me tell you, it was a hot, steamy show.
It was hot.
Jen, let me tell people about you a little bit. Jen is an award-winning dancer, choreographer, producer, and a very, very well-known, beloved friend to the entertainment community here in Las Vegas. But basically, she's like one of the hottest chicks in town. Okay, let's just cut to the chase. But tell people about the new show.
Half put together today, but thank you. I appreciate that so much. there's just so much going through my head this morning after such a wonderful night of everyone that honestly that came out to support. We couldn't be more thankful for that. The community, entertainers, all of the press and media. Honestly, it makes a huge difference, the support that we get from the community. So first of all, we thank everybody for coming out and joining us and having a good time. But yes, it did get hot and steamy last night at an early show at 6:15 p.m. We were blowing the roof off the place at Centerfolds. So the show is basically, I guess if you want to categorize it, kind of a rock burlesque style show. I use the word burlesque lightly because it's not really a burlesque show. It's more of a production show with crazy, amazing, hot, sexy, talented singers, aerialists, pole artists, dancers, and a cast of incredible female performers. I say rock burlesque because the repertoire of music that I chose I feel is quite unique.
Oh,
yeah.
No. Okay, let's start off by talking about the music, okay? Because I was like, okay, Jen Romas basically knows how to listen to every song on the radio from the last, like, let's say 15, 20 years and go, you know that song that plays and you're like, ooh, this song is hot. Like every single one of those songs are the songs that are in your show. So we're talking about like American Woman, She's My Cherry Pie, Sticks and Stones, Rihanna, like the hottest songs. I feel like you just have this way with your choreography and with the music of just going right to the core of what is erotic and sexy and still in this like highly tasteful way.
Thank you. Thank you. I really try to do that because, of course, there's so many elements when you think of sexy and hot and what are we going to do? And we all see massive production shows done by all of these artists and things like that. And I've kind of found my niche for what I know I bring to the table or can do. So I appreciate that. I like to kind of, when we talk about the music, again, it's kind of unusual music. People, the songs you mentioned, yes, but then we've got, like Postmodern Jukebox, Sex is on Fire. And people are like, well, how is that a rock song? Well, the original version of Sex is on Fire is actually done by a rock band, as well as, 'Cause I Love You. People don't think that that's kind of a rock song, but if you actually go into the dynamics and research a lot of these songs, you'll find that they were either written by rock artists or they have a rock flair to them, or they're neo rock or classic rock or pop rock or whatever. So when you think of rock, I always think of 80s because I'm an 80s fan, but I think the music is very diverse. Sail, AWOL Nation. There's such a big, diverse range of music, which I think speaks volumes to a lot of different dynamics of people coming to the show. So thank you for that.
Yeah, there's so many things I want to talk to you about. So the thing I think that is amazing that you achieve in your show is that, yes, it's very sexy and you're going to see women like, almost nude or partially undressed. But for me, and I think I've gotten a lot kind of more appreciative of this as I've gotten older. For me, it was a show I brought my husband to.
Absolutely.
And that I found was sexy. It actually inspired me as opposed to kind of putting me on the defensive. Is there like this line between kind of, what is the line between like stripping and burlesque?
I think, thank you for that. Again, I really do believe that that's important with my show concepts is realistically, even starting way back with my sexy brand, which stay tuned for that one too.
Ooh.
Yes. But I feel it's about empowering women. I mean, empowering everybody, to be honest, that everyone that comes in and has a good time and they leave, with positive, good vibes and things like that. But realistically, we want the women to come to the show. Like, a lot of the women are our biggest fans. It's definitely not a show just for, men to come see. So I think the fine line is just being, like you said, being tasteful and sexy and erotic, of course, and hot and all of those elements, but trying to find the right niche for that where we're not over the top and it's still appealing to the masses. We want women to come and feel empowered when they leave, not, we want them to join in on the fun and go home and feel empowered and sexy and fun. And, you know, like you said, be able to sit with a friend or a gentleman friend or their husband or boyfriend or whatever. And again, feel empowered and not feel intimidated.
Yes. Well, listen, I think you nailed it as far as
Thank
that
you.
goes. So I highly encourage men and women to go see this show at the Centerfolds showroom. We have
Ages. No, just kidding.
what did you say?
I think kids of all ages. Just kidding.
Oh yeah, and kids of all ages. Bring your grandma. Well, maybe not. No, I mean, it is definitely hot and steamy, but I think it just shows that you have years of experience in this world. Your choreography is exceptional.
Thank you.
Every element of the show, we haven't even talked about your amazing singer. But you know what, Jen? We have a special guest who actually has a moment in your show.
Oh, yes.
And we're talking about Exxcite, of course. And he is standing by right now. John D. Domenico, looping in.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you, Ozzy?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Hi, John. How are you?
Good. Greetings from. I'm so sorry I missed it. I'm on the road here in Denver, but I'm just so glad you're a guest on the show. And I know it's a fantastic show. Michelle told me, JJ told me, so it's exciting, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. You know,
You are a big part of it, actually.
Can you explain to people what John's involvement in your show is exactly, Jen?
Well, he opens the show. He opens the show as Ozzy Osbourne and introduces the cast and gets the crowd hyped and lets them know that they're there to have a good time. And if they're ready to party, can I get a hell yeah?
rock and roll.
Rock and roll, baby. I sound like Ozzy this morning.
Oh, yeah, by the way, John, so Jen is losing her voice just a bit, but she managed to pull off opening 2 shows last night.
Wow.
And she's still got a voice to join us today, which we totally appreciate. But yeah, you gave a little, I didn't even know you did an Ozzy Osbourne impression, John.
Really? Yeah.
We did not.
One of the many characters.
I love it. Oh, so thankful and so blessed for you doing that for me. I really appreciate you.
Oh,
And
I'm you know, this whole show is about how much we love Las Vegas and all the wonderful people in this town, and I'm honored to be part of it. And you know, doing those video openings, I don't have to be there, but I'm part of the show, and I'm really grateful. And you know, I've said this to you many times, but you work so hard. And I'm so impressed with the shows you put together, the passion you bring to the shows, the expertise. They're just so great. So anybody who's watching, you know, this and you're in Las Vegas, go to Centerfolds, see the show. It's fantastic, and it's so I love. We've been talking about Centerfold a lot because of Murray and Danny and their show.
Yeah, they were just on the show.
And the thing is, like, the great thing about Centerfold is it's an iconic venue. But also, you can get there. Everybody can get there. It's not a nightmare. You don't have to park in a massive hotel. You pull in, you walk in, you get to experience a real Las Vegas club. And you see a fantastic show.
John, we should let people know if they're coming to Las Vegas. Centerfolds is across from the Virgin Hotel. Mm-hmm. It's over on a street we call Paradise. And yeah, it's one of these it's next to like a 2-story motel where you actually can drive into the parking lot. And don't we all miss those days when you could actually just drive into parking lots? But
absolutely.
Speaking of seeing the show, John, I grabbed some footage on my phone, which we're going to show right now. Producer Cass has it all queued up from the show last night. So this is the showroom. We're taking a look here. And then we have some amazing shots of Jen, who really is the lead dancer in the show, but also she has this amazing cast around her.
Thunderstruck.
Looks amazing.
You know, ironically, I was not actually built into this show, if that makes sense. When we originally opened at the Rio with this particular production, I built the show to not have me in it, whereas Sexy was built to actually put me in it. But now just kind of coming back and doing these shows over at Centerfolds, I am hosting. We've got Rocky Brown that was singing last night, and I know we want to talk about her.
Love Rocky.
Oh,
Amazing.
we have video of her. She
It's
is
amazing.
something else.
Yeah, amazing. But I found, especially just to get started right now in this venue and to kind of get the show out there and word out, I'm kind of taking on the role of being the host. Normally, like the singer will be the host MC as well of the show, but just because it's a new venue, we're still learning our way in there and how the show works in there and things like that. I've come in to kind of host to get the show off the ground a little bit as well.
See, to me, Jen, as you know, someone who's a friend of yours and I'll say a fan, to me, it's just so much a celebration that you are in the show, because we all know kind of you're the producer and the choreographer behind it. But to have you there and to have you, I'm just going to say it, just kicking ass, girl. Like, no, I am serious. Your choreography is so amazing. I couldn't believe she went straight up that pole, John. And your body
Pretty
is
impressive.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's not so easy anymore. I'm not gonna lie. we got some youngins in the show I'm trying to keep up with.
But see, for me, I think showing a range too of women at maybe at different ages or whatever it is with different body types, that's part of the enjoyment of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We do have a wide range of looks, ages, and things like that. And I think it works really, really well for the brand Exxcite. That everyone's not, again, cookie cutter. Everyone brings their own definite, unique dynamic to the show. And I'm really proud of that. And I'm really, really proud of the team and their individuality. And they work so very hard. You guys have no idea. They're amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I believe it. I was wondering, just, Cass and I were talking before you came on, and I was wondering, what does dancing do for your body, like as a woman? Because I'm just watching all these women and I'm like, this is incredible, the physical shape everyone's in.
It hurts when you're my age. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Realistically, no. Again, I don't think people understand, dancers are athletes. And just like any other sport, and John, your craft and what you guys do as well too, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that people really truly don't understand. It is a way of life. I say that we eat, breathe, sleep our craft. And by that, I mean, it's what we eat throughout the day. It's how we take care of our bodies. It's how we heal our bodies. It's how we train. And all of those things, we're always, our body is our tool. And we use our tool to do the shows or your voice or whatever, things like that when you're a performer. So taking care of ourselves is, as I've gotten older as well too, I realize how important it is to take care of yourself and your body and treat yourself right and to eat healthy and to find time to also relax and revive and repair as well. So.
And I would assume, because I used to do theater and work with a lot of dancers, and it always seemed to me that dancers have to be in a positive headspace to do what they do, to keep doing it night after night, to hit those marks, to hit those notes, the music and the energy. And how important is that to stay in a positive mental space?
It's super important, I think, and you know as well too. Well, all of us, when that camera comes on, we got to flip the switch sometimes. Whatever might be happening outside or in your personal life or whatever, we are there to share a gift to the audience that has come to see us, and we are there to make people feel happy and make people feel good. They're paying for a show. They're not paying to see the drama that we had this morning.
Right. They want to be taken away from their drama.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe in a reality show sense they are, but we're there to put on a show. So, I pride myself on that. And also the team, they put in 100%. When that curtain goes up, we have to be a team. It's not just about one person. Every single person on that stage honestly holds their own, and every single person is a feature. Every single person is a star. So they have to also pull their own weight in the show. And it really is about just finding that happy place inside yourself, which is why I feel like, a lot of performers, we don't do it because we get paid well, to be honest. I hate to say it, but we do it because we have such a passion for what we do. I don't think there's any other way that you can be an entertainer or a performer or an artist if you don't actually have a true passion for it, because it's not easy, but the reward is just so fulfilling. And, you know, I'm kind of feeling that right now too, because I've taken some time off of stage, and it's a very difficult void to fill. I'm still happy when I'm not on stage and producing and doing other business things like that. But I don't know, it's just something that lives inside you. And it's such a beautiful thing. And whether there's 2 people in the audience or 2,000 people in the audience, I think, you know, you just bring it. You just bring it. You just turn it on and you just bring it. I don't know how we all do it sometimes, but
you know what? It's actually a blessing to be in a profession, and I'll say media is the same way, but it's kind of a blessing to be in a profession where you are forced to put aside your personal stuff, you know, and go into a space that is heightened. It's actually like, I'm sometimes just glad to take a break from my own thoughts.
Yes, no, for real.
And feature on something, you know, factor on something else. So I want to take a look at the video once again, because there's so much about the show. Again, that was so incredible. A Centerfolds showroom. The show is called Exxcite with 2 X's. Jen, that's part of your brand too. The show's sexy. Did you have 2 X's in there, or was it?
I do.
Yeah,
I absolutely do.
I'm just curious. This was a beautiful space to see the show.
It is.
I also feel like this show is so good and so high end that you could play many different venues on the Strip.
Absolutely.
Do you have a plan for what might be next?
I got lots of plans. You know, I'm not sure right now. We sound a limited engagement. We're here through September. And again, we're very, very thankful for that. Leanne Heck, who is the AGM over at Centerfolds, has been absolutely wonderful in helping us get in there and things like that. And it's become a great relationship and friendship in a very short period of time. And we're very thankful for that. Murray as well. I think we both signed a 90-day kind of thing through September right now. And we'll see. Again, it is a really unique venue, and it is classy and it's beautiful. And it really does kind of remind me of an old school kind of burlesque cabaret theater.
Exactly. Yes,
it really
exactly.
does. And I have to give a shout out to, because you guys all know them, working with Lizzie and Vin. And Mandy in our tech area upstairs. Vin A has come in and worked with us on some of the sound, and Lizzie is helping with the lighting and stuff like that. So I want to give a shout out to them too for putting in all the extra hours. You know, I'm not really exactly sure. I do have a couple contracts on the table for Sexy to be back running and opening. So that is my goal by the end of the year with that. And the goal is to have the 2 shows up and running again. We did for a short time after COVID, and things happen and things change and venues change and this and that. But, you know, we'll see. I think there's a lot of room for growth here, to be honest. There's, because of the property, and like you said, because it's easy access, it's easy to get to. We're not dealing with a lot of outside barriers. It might be a great thing for a long-term relationship. But yeah, you know, we're always growing and we're always looking for great opportunities and things like that. So, but in the meantime, we're going to knock it out of the park here and see what happens.
Girl.
Yeah, and go ahead, sorry.
No, you go ahead. I was just saying.
I just wanted to say before
you knocked it out of the park.
Before we went this, you know, as a performer, before you wrap this up, you know, you're such a great performer. You work hard, but one of the things that I like, that I've always, from the time that I met you, you're such a great person, business person who puts these shows to goes, who's not just a performer, but you built something with Sexy and Exxcite. And you know, you've employed a lot of different people. Where does the business, your business driving and your business acumen come from?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe my parents telling me when I was growing up, Jen, when you can't dance anymore, what are you going to do? And I was like, what are we going to do? I think I will be honest, you know, not having gone to school for marketing and business or accounting and things like that, it really has been a whirlwind experience of learning from the ground up. I've really had to. I still run everything. Technically, my company is JRR Enterprises, and I still run everything basically from the ground up. Scheduling, accounting, payrolls. I do all the graphics now.
Wow.
The video.
You do so much so.
Jen, wow.
Right now, I'm doing all the social media too. Again, just, you know,
a lot.
come in and go out as well too, and we all do a lot, I think too. But I think the greater picture is, one day maybe having that production space where I've got a team. I've got a couple people who work full time in the team that can help with some of this. From time to time, I bring in company managers and social media people, and again, it just kind of depends on where we're at with the show and what we're doing, and in the aspects financially of how that all kind of works out. But I think honestly, it's kind of like, I explain it as like it's jumping out of an airplane and assembling the parachute on the way down.
Yes.
That's literally how I feel 99% of the time. I think I know what I'm doing, and then something else comes at me, and I figure it out. I got to figure it out. So stuff takes me a long time. Sometimes I might not work as quickly or efficiently as other companies or businesses, but I figure it out. I think that's just a driving force within me to just be resilient and keep pushing forward and to learn. I enjoy learning.
Well, and Jen, hearing you say all this and talk about all the jobs that you have, you literally kind of manage this entire dream. But this is why, to me, it's such a celebration to also then see you on stage, because you're like, I'm producer, I'm choreographer, I'm scenic designer, I'm social media person, I'm lighting designer, I'm businesswoman, but
over the music and all these other things.
Oh my God, John, the music selection, it's all the music was right in my zone. Let me just tell you that. It was amazing. But that's why then to see you up there hitting your mark and being so fabulous and interacting with the audience, I think is kind of the ultimate celebration. So I hope you continue to be on stage with all the shows that you produce, for sure.
Thank you. Look, I have someone that wants to say hi. He's down here licking my little leg.
Good. Do we have a dog?
Oh,
no.
So cute.
We love that doggy.
That's it. We got the other one here too. They're both underneath the desk, both licking my legs. They're like, we want to go on TV.
Oh my God. Well, love, thank you so much for joining us. John actually stepped out of his conference to come and have a moment with you today. And we just celebrate you so much. And we want everyone to make sure they go to see Exxcite with 2 X's. It's at Centerfolds showroom now through September. It is the hottest show that you could see in Vegas right now.
Thank you.
We need a little hotness in town.
Thank you. Michelle came to support too, and we appreciate her. So
thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We love you. The Las Vegas love you. You're such an asset to the town, and you've given so much joy to so many people. And I'm proud to call you friend.
I'm honored and proud to call you both my friends. So thank you very, very much.
All right, love, take care of that voice. We'll see you soon on stage. Johnny, if you could just stick with me for a second.
Okay, I'll stay.
Jen Romas, thank you, love. Can't wait to have you in studio next time.
Take care, guys. No.
Bye, hon. Oh, man, John, thank you for being here.
I want to, and I mean this, Jen is a real legend in Las Vegas.
She is.
She really is. She's like a brand name. Some people who haven't been in town, may have been to town, don't necessarily know who she is, but she works so incredibly hard, has been in so many shoes. So many shows, is probably a producer, dancer, artist, brings together so many other talents. And I love when she posts on Facebook and she's in her garage practicing because it takes a lot of work.
Let me just add this on too, John, because I think we have a really unique community here in Vegas where sexy shows, where burlesque, where women who are partially clad are very much a part of our lifestyle, our culture,
and the history of the town.
And the history of the town. And people like Jen Romas have a very respected position. Jen Romas's parents come to every show she is in. She's a good Italian Catholic girl. She's doing partially nude burlesque, but she is a trained dancer. It is exquisite. Like, it is an art form. So, yeah, I want to give her a shout out because not everyone approaches what she does with tremendous respect.
Right.
Let's be honest.
No, 100%. And the thing is, time after time, year after year, show after show, she shows she is a professional at what she does. And you mentioning her parents, because how many times have we going to see a show, or she's at an event and her mom and dad are there,
Yeah.
and she is part of this entertainment community of Las Vegas, and it might be it's a sexy show, but this is what she does, and she's so excellent at it. It's amazing.
Well, yeah, and I mean that's the point, because we all love her as kind of a colleague, but for outside people, they're like, so how good is the show? And what we're saying to you is she has staying power, and she has so much notoriety because her show is that good.
Right.
I was there last night. I was there with your fiance. I feel like this show's so good that it's gonna continue. I would
think it's
if
gonna
the show
run.
didn't continue.
Yeah.
It
so
is
do
hot.
I.
It is hot. So anyway, so John, you're joining us today from Colorado.
From
Producer
Aurora.
Cass is here.
Yes. Hello, Cass.
Hello.
Hi, sweetie.
I can finally be in between you guys.
Yes,
Look at this.
we're all sandwiched
Who
together.
knew you could be separated?
Yeah. So I'm here. I'm at the NSA, which is the National Speakers Association. Our chapter has about 25, maybe 20 people here right now. Our good friend Jeff Savilico is here, who's one of the top speakers in the country, and keynote and performer, and a big part of what we talk about every week about being this amazing Las Vegas community. Jen does her thing, you and I do our thing, Jeff does his thing, Al Mancini has his thing. It's just this wonderful community of just different things that make this such a great city.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate all that, but how's the food?
Oh, the food was, it's good food. But in Las Vegas, the food is fantastic, and I miss it when I'm not here.
Yeah, I hear you. So you had, by the way, my husband and I made reservations. I told your fiance at Picasso, that is closing down soon, at Bellagio, because of we are copycatting you and your fiance Michelle, because you went there. So now we have FOMO and we need to go there.
When is it closing exactly? When is it actually closing?
I believe it is September.
Okay.
But
everybody who's watching, who's ever watching right now and weeks from now, if you rewatch this, go to Picasso. Yes, it's pricey, but it is a true dining experience at the Bellagio. Everything about it, from the moment you make the reservation, your meal, every course, it's absolutely fantastic. It's an unbelievable experience. And I think everybody who does, food reviews in town has raved about this place, because it is the height of professionalism and food and everything else.
Hey, so before you went, I think last week when we were in the studio, we were talking about the fact that you're going to this conference, you needed some new clothes. I have to observe, you're looking pretty sharp. Is that new or
It's all new. Every day I tried to
shut
be a
the
little
front
more
door?
professional.
Let's see.
Can we get a fit check?
Can you give us a little?
Yeah.
Give us a little twirl.
You want to stand in? Well, I'm doing the jeans. It's a new shirt.
Nice.
This is my
Love
sports
it.
coat. And,
This looks good.
Yes.
Yeah, we like this.
Last year I wasn't hip to the whole sports coat, open shirt, jean look that is very popular right now in the meeting world. I had no idea.
Wait.
So.
Sports coat, open shirt, no tie, and jeans is the look.
Is the look. A lot of people are gone more business casual at all these meetings. So a lot of these events where I'm becoming the MC host, I don't have to wear a tie anymore, which is really nice, because I never look like a tie. I look like a pumpkin. So I have a little bit of a look here.
I think men have been really rebelling against ties for a couple decades now, and so it's nice to see. Yeah. Well, you know what? I think women are wearing less and less bras too, so there's a theme going on.
Yep. Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
needs those? That's just it's terrible. The metal bar underneath, when I learned about that.
I like to keep it high, but that's just me. It's just me. It's personal preference.
Keep it high, baby. Keep it
Yeah,
high.
I like to keep it high. On that note, we're going to end this show. So next week's going to be really special. Cass and I are making plans because I will be out of town and you will be here in Vegas. But we're still going to do the show, and
you'll call in.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in your shoes, and I'm going to tell you what I'm eating that day and what I'm wearing.
Right. Okay. Good. That'll be great. Maybe I can bring a guest in, like a co-host.
Yeah. Great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next Tuesday, everybody, it'll be me and somebody.
All right, somebody. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us today for JJ and Johnny, and that about does it for us. You want to sign off from Colorado, Johnny?
All right, everybody. I love Las Vegas, but this week I am in Aurora. Where am I? Colorado?
Yes.
Aurora, Colorado. I'm signing off. See everybody next week for another episode of JJ and Johnny. But it won't be in a hotel room. It'll be in our fantastic studio.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Cass.